Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NachitoPlayzzz, and we are finally in the ends and width of Batman Arkham City. Yes, sir. Last video, we completed all of the Catwoman's trophies, including the ones inside the steel mill. And now, what we have left, now that we cleared all of these stages and all the arenas, whatever, we have now found the location of the Riddler. So we're about to go get him, and and this will be a wrap for Arkham City. All right, so here we go.
If I get out of here, I'm heading straight out of Gotham stinking city. Hell, I'll even get... Plenty even a shot. Anywhere but here.
Hey, I swear to God, my gliding techniques got way better. Like, I remember I was so trash when I first played this game. I was not the greatest of them all. Like, I have my hiccups here and there, but like, like usually.
I saw Croc poking his ugly head out of the sewers once. He taught me not to go down there.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Riddler freak? Hasn't he got better things to do than just leave green question marks all over Arkham City? The city's worse than the old one. Someone needs to go get a refund.
This is really cool, bro.
It's Batman!
He's gonna shut down Arkham City soon. Then where we gonna go? I kinda like it now that Strange and the Joker's gone.
It's Batman!
Oh, that was dope. That was fire. Yeah, that was fire. Not going front. That was fire. Ah, that was dope. I'm definitely gonna clip that. All right.
That's right, worms. Keep walking. You remember how to walk, don't you?
Riddler, when I get out of here, I'm gonna hurt you for this. You hear me?
Come now, Mr. Cash. In order to hurt me, you would have to break free from the predicament you currently find yourself in, and attack me in such a way that does not cause me to press this remote detonator, distributing your primitive DNA all over the walls.
I'll do it.
You'll try, I'll give you that. But I doubt you will succeed without blowing yourself up. Oh, and I'm sure I mentioned the remote detonator I have here. One press, Cash. You ignorant buffoons will be all over the walls.
I can walk all night, Riddler.
Good. Let's see if you still feel the same tomorrow.
Wait, can I deactivate?
Riddler's attached explosives to his hostages. If they stop moving, they'll die. I can't get in their way.
So I have to like Oh, it doesn't. Oh my god, I don't have a map. Oh, this is gonna be.
Please, stop this!
What? Oh, I gotta keep it going. Oh, there's no
What's
stops.
wrong? Has your primitive brain given up and accepted that I, the Riddler, am better than you?
All right, let's try this again. All right, so I have to just keep it going then. I just have to keep walking, keep pushing. And I hate situations like that because like, because it's like, you know how you want to like stop and focus a little bit? No, you don't have that option now. You just kind of have to like. There's something. I need to do it again. Why is this important? Why is this? Press stop? Oh, you know what? Probably it is because it's showing you kind of like which one has the bigger gaps. Like this one, so go right behind this one. Here.
What?
Got him.
This cannot be happening. Do you really expect me to fall for this dark night? I know you won't kill me.
True, but you can't say the same about the others, can you?
Get your ass moving, Riddler.
You can't tell me what to do.
Do I need to press the button?
What? No. You'll pay for this, Batman.
You sure this thing won't work?
No. But there's no point in letting him know that, is there?
Nice. Look at all that.
What are you doing?
All right, so we got it. All right, so here we go. We got the Riddler, real name Eddie. Oh wait, we already read that. Wait, no, let's go. Wait. Oh yeah, we read this already. Trying to find the Riddler. City. audios. The audios. Alright, well, we'll go on with when we play all of them, but I want to watch. Where? Hey. This is weird to me, like, I can't. Okay, I want to read the story, but. Where am I? Losing the wrong? Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, it's just the tapes. Alright, well, let's listen to the tapes.
Prisoner's here, sir.
Very good. Send him in.
But we haven't got the suit off him yet. He's dangerous. Are you sure?
Of course. Pt.3 and I have much in common. We will be fine. Welcome to my facility. Please, take a seat.
I prefer to stand. Why am I here?
Oh, Victor, there will be plenty of time for that later. Right now, I wish to get to know you. Discover how you came to have such a frosty outlook on life.
I have nothing to say to you. You may have taken my weapons, but my suit still has considerable offensive capabilities. I will freeze the marrow in your legs. Each bone will shatter and fracture while you remain completely aware of your impending paralysis, begging me to end you.
I don't think that you will do that, Victor.
Really? Why not?
Simple. If you hurt me, your wife will die.
Alright.
Where is she? Where is my wife?
Nora is in safe hands. Now, let's discuss an incident from your childhood.
No.
Then this is over. Guard.
Wait. What do you wish to learn?
Your early years were troubled.
I was not a sociable child, but that is all.
Even your parents disowned you. They sent you away to a reform school, correct?
They did not understand my work.
Your work? According to a police report, you froze over a dozen of your neighbor's pets.
I have always had an interest in cryonic preservation. I didn't understand why my parents allowed our sick pets to die instead of attempting to save them. So I set about finding my own way. I intended to revive all of those creatures.
But you didn't. Which brings us to Nora.
Which is funny because Mr. Freeze ends up being successful. He does end up creating a serum that will bring back people from the dead. But you don't know about it because in Gotham City, there's a thing called the Court of Owls. These Court of Owls is a secret society that exists in Gotham City that basically that been there since eons and eons. And a lot of that is also proven or revealed in the Dark Knight's Metal story. But however, yeah. So the thing is that the Court of Owls have these talents, right? They have their assassins, and these assassins are highly well skilled fighters, right? But the thing is that in the Court of Owls series of the new 52 Batman, uh, these talents were like a kind of like a variety, right? Like, and what I mean by that, it was their fighting style. Like they were like some of them were coming through like ninjas, others are coming through with like the brute type, approach. The way they were swinging swords and like it's just a difference, right? So, so later is revealed that these talons are actually really, really old top assassins that the Court of Owls had. And what they have been doing is that um, they've been using basically Mr. Freeze's antidote to bring the talons back. But however, he's enslaved for it because the thing is that he was trying. But here's the thing though, he became successful because the Court of Owls funded that to him. Like they found out that he was trying to make this, so for the Court of Owls to become a bigger, more elite secret society, they needed to revive their talents, right? Or not even their talents. They had to revive top fighters and stuff like that. So there's a point where it was kind of weird how it was written. I think I need to reread it. But however, that a talent apparently the Court of Owls were after Nightwing. They were after him. Like they were all just coming through after him. And the whole purpose was, and this is also around the time of the Court of Owls series. It was like a spin-off or like a side story involving the Bat family, right? Because remember, when a big event happens in with Batman, like Court of Owls, riddles, the war of jokes and riddles, Nightfall. Like when it comes to those events for Batman, the Bat family is involved. So if something is happening to Batman, it's happening to everybody. So the thing is that in the comics, they're battling. They're like they're coming through and whatever. They're attacking Batman and all of that. Because however, it's revealed in the story that also like because Batman is revealed that he was investigating something about that nature. He just didn't know what it was. And lo and behold, so at one side, Batman is fighting to get to the truth, but on the other side with Nightwing, it's like, oh well, we have to go after him because he needs to be the next talent. We have to go at him, murk this fool, and he becomes the talent for us. Because one thing about it was let to be known in the mythos and the lore of Batman is that essentially Batman, you could. How can I explain this? I'm a big fan of Batman, right? I am really a huge fan. This dude is my all-time favorite. However, I understand the annoyance about how they can make this guy really OP, right? Because he freaking plans everything. He's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 miles ahead of people. Like it's Batman, right? You know. But however, what people don't understand is that Batman does have a weakness, right? And it's not a villain per se. So what the writers did, right, when they were molding more the lore of Batman, they made it to be known that each and every single Robin, including Batgirl, Batwoman, Huntress, and not Catwoman, and Damian. So you got So in obviously Red Hood and all of them. Okay, so everybody all the Robins, right? All the Robins, and anybody really affiliated, basically the Bat family, like I said. So they made this breakdown of that each and every single person of each and every single person in that particular roster, they all have one thing in common with Batman. And that one thing in common is like 2 steps, 3 steps ahead of him. But he knows that. So, just like how Batman planned a can't say the word. Basically a plan to stop the Justice League if they ever have to go rogue. He low-key set himself one too. So, Nightwing's attributes that he's really agile. He's agile and he's acrobatic. Remember, he's the Flying Graysons. So he's a little bit more agile and a little bit more a little bit more acrobatic than Batman. So per se, if Batman and Nightwing have to squabble it up, and that has happened in some occasions, Nightwing kind of has the upper hand because he's more agile than Batman and more acrobatic. Okay, cool. Now we got Jason Todd. Jason Todd is self-driven by hatred, by wrath, by anger. Batman contains that. I mean, we all seen the panels of how Batman be beating the fuck out of the Joker or out of a villain. I mean, we've seen the video, right? We've seen the video clips, the TikTok clips. Like, oh, if you park in a handicap in Batman, he comes through and starts beating. It's a parody thing, but the whole point is what I'm trying to say is that he's ruthless, but it's because he's still angry, right? He's so pissed off. He's angry that he still lives with the burden of the death of his parents. Jason Todd has that anger of abandonment of Batman still. So if they have to go at it, bro, he mad at Batman. And it's completely gloves off. Cause you know how Red Hood goes. You know what I'm saying? Red Robin, basically Tim Drake, smarter detective, you know, smarter detective, you know what I'm saying? What's her name? Barbara Gordon, she's a little bit more techie. She's more on hands of like technology, like, you know, she could figure out shit before Batman. Like, 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 not not like that, but like she like he'll be like, oh, I found the location. Oh, yeah, I know he's over here. Yeah, but this that and the third. Okay. I didn't know it was gonna be that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's on game with that shit too. So if they, you know, I'm saying though, like, so every single character represents one thing. So if anybody had to squabble it up to put down Bruce Wayne, it's gonna be one of them in some way or form or fashion. Just saying. So the thing is, that's why the court knew about this detail, and the court went after Nightwing. They went with their best one because at the same time they couldn't go with Jason Todd because Jason Todd was he was part of the he was in a weird position because he went off with the Outlaws, but then he somehow some way ended up in the League of Shadows. So he's over here defending the Lazarus Pit, you know, with Ra's al Ghul and Talia and Damien. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's you know, it's whatever. Anyways, but so the thing is that they were going after him, and the way they're gonna murk him, they're gonna put that serum. So yeah. So that begins the text. I swear to God, these I've been saying. I know a lot of people are not comic book readers, and I get it. I understand. It is a commitment. I've been saying it for the whole time. Like, we have became more visual people. We don't really care for reading. But however, um, I've been saying there's certain like storylines that Batman has, absolutely bangers if they make it into like an animated film or even like a live action. Like, give it the whole Robert, because that's what Robert Pattinson is getting. He's getting his own little stuff, nothing else. Whatever James Gunn and the gang got going on over there, that's them. This is here, which is perfect because I've been saying it. There's a couple of like characters and cliques or whatever from like the superhero genre that they don't need to be in super groups, okay? Like, for an example, I've been saying it for the whole time. The X-Men, they don't need to be like, yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see them in Marvel, right? Like in a Marvel film and probably the Avengers, whatever that they need, right? It's gonna be cool, but they don't really need them, like to like they don't really need like the Avengers or Spider-Man or none of that. They don't need none of them for them to flourish for storylines, you know? Like, I mean, I don't think they'll probably gonna go with Dark Phoenix again. I mean, how many? That's I think that's third place of like repetitive of the most famous repetitive shit that we've seen in every single superhero movie, bro. Uncle Ben, the Waynes, in this. Like, in this. Like, come on. So, no, but I'm saying that just like the X-Men, just keep him there. Just leave him there, leave him alone, and just have them explore the stories. Like, if we can get like what was it called? God, God something man kills. I forgot something like that. It's basically how they were the segregation movement, like how it was like on some like the '60s stuff, right? Which is funny because if you guys didn't know, Stan Lee was inspired to create Magneto. The inspiration of Magneto is Malcolm X, and the inspiration of Xavier is Martin Luther King. Stan Lee is on record saying that, like, oh, well, what inspired you? Because if you watch the product or read the product and pay attention, there is a civil war between mutants, right? Because one is any means necessary, like, yo, like, Magneto's not here to play. And then Xavier, on the other hand, is like, nah, dog, like, we have to coexist, bro. Like, chill. Like, like, whatever. So, like, but then at the same time, the government is also on their asses and all of that. Like, so they do go through, like, times like that, right? So the whole point is they could cover that story, like, make it a drama. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been saying it too, like, with not only with the games, because I said it before with the games. Like, I've been saying that I feel like Batman, if Batman had a horror game, like a scary game, it'll be fire. I think that will be absolutely fire. So what I mean now mirroring this is what I'm saying is not every superhero adaptation of a TV show or a movie or whatever, like, it doesn't have to always be superhero-ish. You get me? Like, yeah, I don't know if I'm making sense. So, like, all right, so a lot of people did not like New Mutants, right? I think that was like the last whatchamacallit, X-Men movie, like X-Men related movie. Uh, but here's the thing though, because when we found out details of the sequel, it made perfect sense why the film came out how it came out. Now, a lot of people deemed it trash, but here's the thing. So it was giving you a scary element, like a thriller, like in your edge of the seat type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was creepy, because it's about some kids in a facility or something. It looks like an orphanage. But then the more you, like, watch and everything, it becomes something more crazier, more dark than what it is. So you're more watching it. You're like, so all this thing is like kind of getting creepy, blah blah blah. You know, some shit happens and we get what we get. Now, however, as I'm like, okay, cool. But then it came out that the sequel, that it was an introduction. Like this, the sequel was gonna continue, like, with what happened, and it was gonna get picked up. In the point where these kids are once again in the facility because in a facility, but this time they're like, what the hell? And then we get essentially Sinister, the mutant Sinister. Like, everything was gonna lead to Sinister. Like, I don't know how, like, crazy or whatever that was gonna be, but like the whole point that this was gonna be a major plan to introduce Sinister, and it was gonna be played apparently by what's his name, Heisenberg, the guy, whatever his name is. And I was like, oh, bro, dude, this, that would have been fire, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? But look, but this is what I mean. In those type of stories, why the Avengers? We don't need the Avengers. We don't need none of them involved, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, honestly, to this day, I say that Captain America Civil War, that was not a Captain America movie. That was an Avengers movie, bro. Like, come on. Nah. You're not, nope. We're not doing that. But anywho's, but back to my point. But yeah, man, so back to the point, back to all of this, and circling back to the game. All right, but yeah, so he was essentially successful, and obviously Hugo Strange in this recording, he did not give a flying fuck. Next.
Have you ever seen a flower die? Watched something that was once so beautiful, so full of life, collapse and rot from within?
You refer to Nora's illness.
It seems like yesterday when I first found her. It all happened so quickly. Suddenly, I was losing her.
Did you seek help? What about your employer, GothCorp?
I hid it from them, diverting resources from GothCorp's research in an attempt to find the cure. But in the end, I failed. Time was running out. I knew that if I was discovered, Nora would die.
Why take that risk?
Do you know what it is to love someone? To really love them?
No.
Nora was all I could think of. I reran the diagnostics, re-examined every detail from every angle, certain that I had missed something. I cursed myself for being so blind, so stupid. Surely there was a cure. I just needed more time. Then I realized what I had to do.
Oh, damn. All right. All right. I mean, this man is on a mission. He's on a mission. And you're not getting, like, bro, you cannot blame him. Come on. You really can't. So, like, it's his girl, bro. It's his girl.
I had worked without sleep for a week. My needs didn't seem important. Sleep didn't matter. Food didn't matter. It was only her. I looked at Nora and I told her that I loved her. She told me there was nothing I could do, that we should just accept fate. She smiled her beautiful smile as she said it. I promised to cure her. And then I pressed the button.
You cryogenically froze her, keeping her on ice, so to speak, while you worked on a cure. It broke your heart, but now you had all the time in the world. Did you feel relieved?
I went home and fell into a deep sleep. For the first time since we discovered Nora's illness, I dared to dream. But for weeks I had ignored my superior's attempts to contact me. The next morning I overslept. By the time I got to the lab, Ferris Boyle, the CEO, was there waiting.
What did he do?
He accused me of industrial espionage, which I denied. But then his guards found Nora. Boyle told me that, like all of my research, she belonged to him. I was enraged. I attacked him. His guards beat me back, and in the struggle, I was drenched by the cryogenic chemical I had created. I lay on the floor, helpless, watching the guards steal Nora away. Boyle told me it was a tragedy for such a promising mind to perish in a lab accident. Then he left me to die.
But you survived.
The chemicals were absorbed into my body and transformed my metabolism. My body went numb. I felt a strange tingling, then searing pain all over. Each breath ignited my lungs. I clawed my way back to a refrigeration unit, and as I closed the door behind me, I felt the icy chill calm my aching body. Things suddenly seemed clear.
What seemed clear? Finding a cure for Nora?
No. Revenge. Boyle would pay.
All the smoke. He want all the smoke.
You failed to kill Ferris Boyle, though, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
You know why. Batman. Though he did return Nora to safety. Until you got her.
See? There you go. Blame me. Blame your parents because you failed to revive the neighbor's pets. Blame Ferris Boyle for spoiling your plans to cure Nora. Blame Batman for stopping your revenge against Boyle. And now, your Nora is in danger.
Because of you.
No, Victor. Because of you. You have always had a heart of ice. You stole people's pets. You stole GothCorp resources. And since then, you've stolen so much more for your own selfish scientific inquiries. If you had shared your genius with others, devoted your energy to medicine instead of crime, perhaps your ice princess would be at home now, preparing you a hot meal instead of being delivered to the Joker.
No.
You could have saved Nora a long time ago, Victor.
It's all for her. Everything. I will get her back. And when I do, I'm coming for you.
Thank you. We are done now.
Nora.
Hey, yo. And that quick, you're Venom. You just became the villain. That quick. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see what the Penguin gotta say.
I'm only doing this as a courtesy, Strange. Don't think you've beaten me.
I just thought we could both benefit from a little talk, Mr. Cobblepot.
Don't try that psycho mumbo-jumbo with me, Strange. I'm not like the other crazies.
Of course not. After all, considering the challenges you faced.
Challenges? What freaking challenges? You're no better than me. No one is. I own this place.
Well, to be clear, I allow you certain freedoms, but let's continue. Why do you feel the need to own anything? I believe it is a mechanism to compensate for some childhood inadequacy. You were friends with the Waynes, correct?
I was. Till someone did the world a favor and blew the brains out of little Wayne's self-righteous parents. I was laughing for weeks. It still brings a smile to my face.
And you think that's okay?
Okay? No, I don't think it's okay. I think it's bloody hysterical. That family destroyed mine. What happened to them? Well, it couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Generational smoke. Generational smoke. Hey, y'all be sleeping on Penguin, bro. Like, Penguin with the shits. And you know what? Don't even read a comic book. Just watch the show. It's on HBO Max. Yep.
Take a seat, Mr. Cobblepot.
What is it now, Strange?
I wanted to talk about your apparent hatred of the Waynes. Your outburst last time was most interesting.
Oh, it's simple, really. I don't like the sniveling little bastard. Look at him. All high and mighty because someone killed Mummy and Daddy.
Most people look upon him with sympathy.
No, they don't. They're jealous. Jealous of his money, his cars, his women. He lost the sympathy vote when he vanished for all those years. I can't tell you how much I hoped he was visiting his dear Mum and Dad.
Where do you suppose he went?
How am I supposed to know?
Let us move on, then.
No. It's time that you do something for me.
And what is that?
Here's a list.
Can't knock the hustle either. Huh, you got me in here. Yeah, cool. I'm your prisoner. Hey, but I got a list of demands.
Told you, Strange. No more little questions until you give me what I want.
Take a look, Mr. Cobblepot. Here is a purchase order for the various firearms you require. I must say, you chose an exotic selection.
I only take the best.
A wise strategy.
So what's yours?
Excuse me?
What are you up to? Why would you give me of all people, guns, explosives, all this stuff?
Arkham City is an experiment, Mr. Cobblepot. A new way of thinking. We've separated you from society, so I am more than willing to study the results if you all just decide to kill each other. Besides, your feud with the Joker is intriguing.
I was here first. I bought my museum in the Iceberg Lounge fair and square. It was you and that Mayo who stuck us all together.
Again, you refer to owning things. Quite fascinating. I believe we gave you the opportunity to leave.
And take over my turf. Never.
Alright. We're gonna do this Penguin one.
Good evening, Mr. Cobblepot.
We'll
I trust you received the second delivery.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what you did to those dribbling monkeys, Strange, but they were perfect.
I'm glad. It appears that we can both help each other.
If you say so. I suppose it doesn't hurt that by the time I'm done with them, they're usually in too many pieces for anyone to know what you're really getting up to in those rooms of yours.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Of course not. So, Hugo. The clown. She really dying?
It appears so. Self-inflicted, of course, but yes, he is. He has Mr. Freeze working on a potential cure, but I am sure neither of us want him to get his hands on it, do we?
Right?
We're ready.
Good. Now, one last thing. Your face.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
The eye. I believe it was the result of a bar brawl, correct?
Ah, Torag got lucky. He got his, though. He took my eye. I took both of his. Left him trying to walk across the Gotham freeway at rush hour. Hilarious.
You're a rich man, Mr. Cobblepot. You could have had that glass removed.
They said it was impossible. And what the hell? I think it gives me a more unique look. Know what I mean? Now, where is Freeze?
He's right here, in the room next door. You can take him with you. Are you familiar with the term Napoleon complex?
No. What is it?
It's nothing. Oh, and one last thing. Here is a list of 10 prisoners I believe work for you.
Yeah? So what? You want to saw their heads open and scoop out their brains too?
No. I just thought you'd like to know that they are all in the employ of the GCPD.
What?
I believe you know what to do with them. I don't like being spied on, Mr. Cobblepot. Good night.
Oh, so that's how we ended up with that mission. Oh, so this is cool because we get a breakdown of how we ended up with the mission. I think we heard this one. This one too. Because we already know how these two beefed it. But we could hear the perspective, I guess. Oh, you got the phone calls too. Okay.
Hello? Anyone in there? No sense of humor. Ah, the strong and silent type, eh? Think you're safe behind that mask? Give me 20 minutes and a can opener, and I'll have you whimpering like a schoolgirl. You might like it.
That's enough, patient. Guard, leave us.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Hugo Strange. And you are...
Two-Face. Catwoman. Batman.
We can play these games as long as you like.
Great. I love games.
Not in my facility, you won't. I'm offering you this opportunity to make a deal. I am fully aware of your condition. The last thing you have is time. But I can make your final days more comfortable.
And in return, I'd be giving you...
I wish to study you. I need to know why you are the way you are.
I don't have long, Doc. You're going to need more than some psycho mumbo-jumbo to get to the bottom of what's wrong with me.
Oh, I have more than that. Much more. So, do we have a deal?
French kiss. Mark Hamill as Joker. French kiss.
How are you feeling today?
You promised me another doctor, Strange.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed the one I sent last week. What made you do it?
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. Besides, it was worth it to see the look on her face. Hey, you know what? I think I've got a piece of it here in my pocket.
You are trying my patience. That was the third doctor you've killed.
Well, keep on sending them, Doc. I'm trying to break my record.
I think it is time for you to do something for me.
Name it, Doc.
Tell me how you came to be. Explain what made you what you are today. How you come to be sitting across the table from me, dying.
Is that all? Well, I guess you could say I once had a very bad day.
Really? Go on.
It was a Thursday night. Things had been getting worse. I was 3 days from the bank foreclosing on my home. The chemical plant I worked nights at was about to lay off half the workforce. And I was sitting in the hospital, holding the hand of my pregnant wife, wishing to God that she wasn't dead.
That must have been upsetting for you.
Probably was. Back then, though, all I knew was that if I didn't let old man Falcone's men into the plant that night, they'd have killed me too. So here's the thing. I had to decide. Could I live without her? Was there any point going on? I've got to admit it. I was scared. Not of being dead, you understand.
No one would blame you if you were. It is perfectly common.
Do I look common? No. I was scared of the part just before you die, when you don't know what is about to happen, when you're desperately clutching at life and trying to hold on with slippery, blood-covered hands. So I made a decision right there.
And what was that?
That is a story for another day, Strange. I think I may need to see a doctor. Get me one.
Okay.
You were telling me about the night your wife died.
Oh, no, Hugo. As I recall, I was waiting for you to send me another doctor.
We both know I have sent you 3 more doctors.
Did you?
Yes. One was left dismembered outside the elevator to my office. The other 2 have not been seen since they were sent to you.
How careless. Listen, Doc.
Professor.
Okay, Professor. I'll give you a little more. I just hope you're taking notes. It's the day after, and I'm standing in the freezing rain, just staring at the chemical plant, feeling numb. Jeannie was dead. It didn't seem real. I can remember the day I first met her. Her infectious smile as I told her bad joke after bad joke. How, even after living with the pathetic wretch I was, she still wanted my child. And then they arrived. Reality's way of yanking me another wedgie. Falcone's men told me to cheer up. He said things could be worse. I asked him how. He grabbed me by the collar, pulled me close. He'd been eating garlic, and each word stank as he threatened to perform oral surgery on me with a nail and a brick. A creative guy. They hand me a box. I remember thinking it was heavy. Was it a bomb? A gun? I'd never used a gun before. Were they that heavy?
And what was in the box?
How's that doctor coming along?
I'll get you one.
And when you do, I'll tell you the rest.
Yo. I'm gonna save it.
You are looking a little better, yes.
Well, I have my good days and bad days, but I do try and start each one with a smile.
Are you ready to continue your story?
Yeah, why not? So where was I?
The box.
Ah, yes, the box. So there I was, tearing open this box, expecting the worst. And all it had in it was a crazy red dome and a cloak. I thought they were having a joke with me, but oh no. They made me put it on. They said it was a disguise. It would keep me safe. It smelled like garlic. And that was it, really. I was dressed up like a spaceman, barely able to see, trying to break into the one place in this town that had given me a job. Have you ever tried to walk with an enormous fishbowl on your head? Don't answer that. It's hard. I couldn't see where I was going. I must have tripped one of the alarms. I heard muffled gunfire. I panicked and tried to run. And then I saw him.
Who?
Batman.
Really?
Yes, really. Batman tried to hit me. I moved out of the way, but, well, what you need to understand is I had this giant bowl on my head, and I lost my balance. It's like life, really. One minute everything's bad, the next your wife's dead and you're hanging on for dear life, suspended over a tank of experimental chemicals. I'm sure he'd say he tried to save me, but we all know he didn't. I fell. For a second, just as I hit the surface, I thought I may just get away with this.
I assume that wasn't the case.
Do I look like I got away with it?
Alright. Last one.
I was drowning. The chemicals were burning my skin. My entire body felt like it was on fire. And it was all his fault.
Whose fault? Batman's?
Who else?
Yours?
Come again?
Let me tell you what I believe. I believe that you have fabricated a series of events that you use to conceal the truth about your condition. I have read 12 different accounts of your past, all different, except for one detail. Batman.
What can I say? I like to keep things interesting. A wise man once told me that if you have to have an origin story, you're better off making it multiple choice.
And never facing up to the truth of what happened. What you did. How you got here.
Oh, I know exactly how I got here. A big truck brought me here from Arkham. You remember the asylum, don't you?
Of course.
Well, good. Because I'd hate to think that I'd fabricated seeing you watching me in my cell all those times.
Excuse me?
Hugo, you merry maniac. You were obsessed with me. You all were trying to get in here. Next thing you'll tell me it wasn't you who sent old Sharpie over the edge. Nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. If you want to make sure that no one else finds out about your past, you should stop poking your nose into mine. Oh, and send me another doc. I think I need a second opinion.
Played him as a fiddle. Classic Joker, bro. Classic Joker. Alright, let's see what Mr.
Sit down, Mr. Dent. It is Mr. Dent I am talking to, right?
Use a real name.
Two-Face, if you wish. Please, sit.
What is it strange? Not happy just arresting us, throwing us in this place.
I wish to understand you. I have read the reports, seen the footage, and now I want to hear your side of the story.
We'll see.
I assume that you feel the need to toss your coin in order to decide whether to answer my questions.
You ready to find out?
Well?
Came up bad. Sorry.
Not a problem. Guard, take Mr. Dent's coin off of him.
No!
Good. Now let us see what fate has in store for you.
I'll kill you for this.
Really? Look at your coin. It wants you to tell me about that day in the courtroom.
It was painful.
Elaborate.
I was naive. I thought I could make a difference. Falcone was going to go down for what he had done.
But he had other plans.
Look at my face.